Hey folks, it's that time of the week again. If you clicked on this video and you're not 100% sure what this is, every week I record a video where I respond to our regular viewers or other people that have commented on our videos that have been posted over the last week. So if that doesn't sound like something you'd be interested in watching, completely understand if you click off the video right now. Before I dive into this week's comments, quick little anecdote for you. Y'all know our comment monitor has been out if you've been keeping up with these videos, and I've only been looking at any comments when I respond to these every week. I've only been taking about 5 or 6 per video. Unless it's a community post or something, I will try to go respond to those. But there's been hundreds of comments posted in the last few weeks that nobody has seen on our end, unfortunately, and I hate that. Last week, we got an email notification that we'd received a comment on one of our copyright videos we had done a couple of months ago, and I absolutely love doing those videos, and I was really curious to see what the comment was. So I opened the email, and the comment was from a new reaction channel who's wanting some additional information on what I talked about in the video, the copyright video. So I went and replied to that. Monday, we got another email notification that we got a comment on that same video, so I opened it up, the same thing, and it appeared to be the same kind of deal where a user was asking some clarification on what we talked about in the video. So I went to reply to that, and when I got over there, the original poster had edited the comment to accuse me of being an intellectual property thief, a liar, and a con man. And at first, I thought maybe it was just a troll. And then I thought, or maybe this is somebody trying to joke with me. Is it somebody that I've talked to before? I don't know. But I clicked on the user, and it was actually another reactor who has a reaction channel that's over twice the size of ours. And I'm like, this guy, well, first of all, like, why is he doing this? Second of all, he can't be serious, like, but he's got to be. This looks like a legitimate channel, and I don't see any reason why he would be joking or why he's being a troll. So I'm old school. I don't take insults, accusations like that lightly, and I don't take them lying down. So I ended up typing a essay-length rebuttal to the accusations. And then the dude just started like spamming different videos and stuff, made fun of me for not knowing one of the songs I was reacting to, which is like, you're also reacting to songs you don't know, so whatever. But anyway, and I ended up replying a couple of more times, and finally, he never apologized. He never admitted like, oh, hey, maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're not a terrible person. But he did finally say, you know what, everything you're saying actually does make sense, but I still think you're going to get your channel deleted because it's monetized. Maybe he's right. Maybe we're doing this all wrong. I still don't think so. From my understanding, legally, ethically, morally, everything's fair on this channel. And y'all know, if you're a regular viewer, we've been completely transparent about everything we do on this channel and trying not to get in trouble with anybody or steal any money from anybody. And I just wanted to thank all of you. The reason I told this anecdote, all of our regular viewers who engage with the channel, who have been nothing but reasonable and civil. I appreciate you so much. I already appreciated you before this last interaction, but after this deal with this guy, I appreciate you that much more. All right, so let's get in the comments here. This is from last week's comment video, and we got 11 comments. I may be able to get to all of them, but I'm going to filter for top and see what we got. All right, so we got Elizabeth Ross, great viewer of the channel, says, a comment about your comments on our comments. It's such a rare treat to have a reactor/artist appreciate subscribers to this extent. We can't all be patrons, but that doesn't lessen the impact your impressions and opinions have on us. Thank you, EOVC. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that so much. And the EOVC, that's our EOV club. If you're watching this and you don't know what that is, you're going to have to sit through this whole thing to find out. No skipping ahead. I don't know if you skip ahead. You got to sit through the whole thing. And those of y'all who know what it is, get the joke. Brendan Sorensen, another great viewer of the channel, says, it's so humbling to have a reactor read our comments on a video, and even more so that the reactor recognizes our names. I try, Brenda. Thanks, Cole. And what? I missed your song, Wagon Wheel. Got to rectify that. Proud member of the EOV Club. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. Grace Parker, another great viewer of the channel, says, "Oh, Cole, just how sweet, how sweet can you be?" I don't know if I'll be able to read these guys. I can't. Am I blushing here? It's kind of hard to tell on the screen. I'm not sure which I love more, your reactions to the music videos or the comments on our comments. I agree with so many that say you are 1 million of reactors. My goodness, guys, who really show their appreciation for your subscribers. EOV member for as long as you're posting. Bless you and yours. Grace, thank you so much. Wow, this, particularly after the interaction I just told y'all about on this video, this really means something. Man. Whew. Dorrit Rosen, reactions to Avi's entire catalog. Yay. You'll be busy as he is currently working on and recording new music. Don't worry about talking too fast. As a non-native speaker, I just slowed down the video. Thank you, Dorrit. I appreciate that. Yeah, can't wait to get into more Avi, get through his entire catalog. Heather Heward, EOV Club. Excellent, Heather. Thank you. Love these videos. So nice of you to recognize your viewers. Looking forward to more Avi reactions. He is such a talented singer-songwriter. Love how relatable his music is. Me too, Heather. Is absolutely fantastic. Rod Connor, another great viewer, says, "Do appreciate you sharing your views. They're worth the time." Yes, right with you, Cole. The time frame you gave on country, 100%. The 80s was a transition and produced a lot of timeless, just good music. Guess round about 79, 80 as Alabama kicked off and Hank Jr. decided to do his own thing. Both blasted on the scene and left a footprint that'll last an eternity. Till next time, be safe. Thank you, Rod. Love that comment. Really good stuff. And guys, I'm forgetting to like these comments. I apologize. I try to like everybody's comments as I read, and sometimes I'll get to reading and forget. So if I responded to your comment on the video but didn't like it, it was an oversight on my part, and I apologize for that. Eric Potter, another regular viewer of the channel, says, "Another great review of comments. Thanks for giving us commenters a shout out and a greater voice. Always EOV. Have a blessed day." Thank you, Eric. You too. Carol Burnett, another excellent viewer, says, "Still EOV. I really like what you're sharing of your own music." Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that so much. And here I am back forgetting to click the like button here. Valencia the Queen, another great viewer, says, "EOV Club. Yay, more Avi." Yeah, I can't wait, Valencia. Thank you so much for watching the video. Karina Rotabach, another great viewer, says, "Always EOV." Thank you, Karina. And then finally, Starry Night Diner, who coined the EOV name, says, "EOV with 4 hearts." Thank you so much to everybody. Man, that was, wow. Thank y'all so much. That just, that made the week right there for sure. All right, so let's go. Let's see what our next video is. And I have a hard time remembering. We've done so many of these. I have a hard time remembering what order is what. This is Home Free, Born in the USA. And this, we got 54 comments on this one. So I'm probably not going to be able to get to all of them. So we'll just take the first 5 or 6 top here. This is from Belinda9696. Chance did play his guitar in the newest drop soundtrack video for the newly announced upcoming game from Ubisoft called Skull and Bones, and Home Free got to do the intro song for the game. Okay, see, I didn't realize somebody was mentioning about the connection to the game. I didn't realize that Home Free was actually getting to participate in the game, like they're getting part of the song. So that's great information. Chance wrote it and was lead in singing. Oh, this wasn't a cover either. Okay, I didn't realize that. This is new information for me. And Austin played the mandolin too. This is fantastic. They do have a live version that was shot of them performing it at the Ubisoft convention. Okay, so that's the one they're talking about, the live. Okay. Also, there's another song without a video of Tim playing the piano and singing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. There are also other performances in collaboration with Home Free with their own instruments, but usually Home Free are a cappella and their own instruments, even though they can all play physical instruments. That's great information. That's something I've been wondering and I wanted to know. Excellent stuff. Kristen Dunstan says, "I love that Home Free can make these iconic songs their own and still respect the originals." 100%. Beck I. Ramsey says, "Awesome song as they all are. Glad you enjoy it too. Keep them coming." Thank you. Or maybe it's Becky Ramsey. Gotcha. My apologies, Becky. I see now. I really don't like these YouTube handles. I prefer whenever we just had the username there. But I'm just old fogey. But anyway, thank you, Becky. Yeah, I agree completely. It's absolutely fantastic. Kim Miller, regular viewer of the channel, says, this is one of my favorite chant songs. He just takes this lead and smashes it, belting it out and strumming away the whole time. I loved it immediately when I first heard it. Great reaction. Thank you, Kim. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Brenda Sorensen again says, until Home Free sang this song, I had no idea what the words to it were. One of the many reasons I like Home Free is that they enunciate their words. I remember when Springsteen came out with this, I never really knew what it meant. I did like how Home Free did their video to acknowledge the Vietnam vets and their struggles post-Vietnam. I think you were the first reactor that really commented on the homeless sign. Did you notice the change in the lyrics? Put a rifle in hand to go and kill my fellow man. It originally was yellow man. Fellow man is a much better choice of words on so many different levels. Keep up the good work, called EOV Club member. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate that. And I actually didn't pick up on that. Somebody on Patreon pointed that out, and they were a huge Springsteen fan, and they really weren't happy with the lyric change, but I totally get it. And for this particular video, I think it worked perfectly. Dagmar S., another great viewer of the channel, says, Born in the USA was a big hit for Bruce Springsteen in 1984. It was actually considered a protest song for the poor treatment of Vietnam veterans. Home Free did a great version of the song. It is a very guitar-heavy song, so they decided to use an instrument this time. Yeah, it's a great version, Dagmar. All right, I'm going to move on to the next video. And I think is this going to be a Jeff or a solo or a voice play? Daddy Sang Bass, that's right, that's what came out. All right. So this is VoicePlay Daddy Sang Bass. Pam Forrester. Pam, great viewer of the channel. I can't remember if we've already gotten one from Pam today or not. I do love this song. Cash was a legend. He had his way of making you fall into his musical trap. He could have read his grocery list and mesmerized an audience. Thank you for the video and commentary. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, Johnny Cash, one of the greats. I think in that video, I said he's probably the most well-known country western artist of all time. Shirley Carr says, I saw this video, then later went down the rabbit hole on Jeff's channel, including viewing his first one, our IVF journey. Flat out ugly cried when I watched this one again, and the look on his face when he reached for his precious little boy. Loved seeing everyone else's family members too, and the humor with the hay bales. Yes, Lane is seriously outnumbered at home. $4, and I think even their daughters are females. His third daughter sitting on the lowest step has a cameo at the end of Peaches. Gotcha. Yeah, it was a nice touch where they brought everybody in there at the end. Par 500 Dragon, another regular viewer of the channel, says, when I see all of them together with their families, it never fails to bring tears to my eyes. Alona Dever, another great viewer of the channel, says, I love VoicePlay / Jeff Mondays. Thanks for keeping on with them. Thank you for watching, Alona. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this until we get through all of them. Valencia the Queen says, this song was fun to hear again. I don't think I've heard it since I left Alabama 50 years ago. Wow. And then she says, wow. I was saying wow to her comment, and then she says, wow. But I always love the song because my family always breaks singing gospel songs to this day whenever the extended family is together. Yeah, but my family comes from a long line of that, too. Karina Rodebach says, this is such a wholesome video. Love to see all the family showing up with the guys. This was a huge hit in Sweden as well when I was a kid. Nice. Great information, Karina. And I'm gonna call this the last one here. Jillian Drysdale, another great viewer of the channel, says, love seeing all the families in there. Lane lives with 5 females. I'm sure that's challenging sometimes. No doubt. I live with 4, so I can relate. All right, so this is going to be our CCR video. We were all for 4th of July holiday, so we've only got one more video for this week, and this is top 10 Far Out's all-time CCR, and there's only, looks like 6 comments. I think it said I clicked it before I really registered what I was looking at here. I think I'm going to try to read all these. Dagmar S. says, I enjoy this type of content, especially when you're doing some of my favorite artists or groups. CCR is one of my all-time favorites. Doing top 10 for them is really hard as they had so many great songs. Agree. Some I like better than others, but I can't think of one bad song. Me either. I love their version of I Put a Spell on You, Down on the Corner, Hurt from the Grapevine, Born on the Bayou, Cotton Fields, etc. On this top 10 list, I was surprised. I was most surprised by number 9. It's Just a Thought. Me too. That was like, again, I love the song. I think it's great. Not a top 10. I don't think objectively, as objective as I can be, I don't think it's a top 10. Pam Forrester says, I'm in the Proud Mary camp, but with CCR, I change my mind every time a different one plays. There's probably a 10-way tie. Haha, 100%. This was fun. Thank you for the video and commentary. Thank you, Pam. I had a blast doing it as well. I really, if I could justify doing the time to do this type of content, I would just do that all the time. This is my favorite type of content to do on the channel. Starry Night Diner says, my fave didn't even make the top 10. Can't believe it. Down in the Corner is such a great feel-good song. If they were going to include covers, I'd have to add Grapevine too. Yeah, Grapevine. I can't remember. Did I mention Down on the Corner when I was going through the list of potential contenders? I can't remember. Down on the Corner, great. If that was in a top 10 list, I would be hard-pressed to argue with it, even though I didn't have it in my top 10. I don't think that was in my top 10. We shot this like a month ago or whatever. But anyway... But that song is the first CCR song I knew, and I don't remember a time in my life not knowing it. Like, that's a song that was sung around my home growing up, and I've always known that song. And it's great, absolutely. Phenomenal song. We used to play that a lot live. Really, really great track. Eric Potter says, love your review of CCR. They were a band that I enjoyed listening to while growing up in the 1970s. I do not agree with all their picks. I definitely think More on the Bayou, Up Around the Bend, and Down on the Corner should have been included in my any top 10 list. I really can't argue with that. There's so many great songs. Proud EOV member, and you have a blessed day. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that so much. Maggie at Play, another great viewer of the channel, one of our patrons, says, this was a fun video, many of my favorite CCR songs, the Dr. Seuss book, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, that's it. One of my favorite Seuss books. Yeah, the only reason I even know this particular Dr. Seuss book existed is because of its history with CCR and writing of Looking Out My Back Door. So thank you for that, Maggie. I appreciate that. And finally, McAllister Hargreaves III says, almost impossible to pick a CCR top 10. I agree with that 100%. Mine would be changing depending on my mood. I can't argue with that. As a matter of fact, if I were to go back and make a top 10 list today, it probably would not be the same one I made at the end of this video we shot a month ago. They're just that good. I love them so much. All right, so unfortunately, that's going to be all the comments today, and we've got coming up originally, and I advertised this last week, we were supposed to have a Bruce Springsteen and a Chris Stapleton Allman Brothers cover this week, but they have not yet cleared, so I had to put them off. I put them to next week, and then I pulled the CCR video. We took off 4th of July, and I pulled the CCR video from next week because it had already cleared. Because once again, we don't want to get in trouble with anybody. And now next week, if all goes well, the Bruce Springsteen Cover Me and Chris Stapleton's Whip and Post cover will clear. We'll also have VoicePlay in the Air Tonight, which was phenomenal. Home free is going to be Hillbilly Bone, and the home free for this week will be How Great Thou Art on Friday, one of the best versions of that song I've ever heard, and one of the best home free songs I've heard, period. So y'all stay tuned for that. Thank y'all so much once again for being civil and respectful and reasonable and supportive, and I was just absolutely blown away by all of the kind words in these comments on these videos this week. I just appreciate it so much. Y'all stay tuned, and we will see you soon.